All right, Kev. So we got invited.
Mm-hmm.
I was invited to their
So was I.
scrimmage. So we got to see it. You and I and
Yep.
Dutch Belknap and Blaine. Blaine was here. We love Blaine. So what do you think?
I think what I saw is every single player that's returning from last year improved immensely. Every single one of them. And then they've got Chris Dockery, who of course is injured last year, and so he
Oh, he
redshirted.
looked fantastic
Oh,
today.
Chris looked dang good. And Marco Serenats,
Oh, he looked awesome.
the Serbian. His only weakness is he doesn't speak very good English
Oh,
because he's from Serbia.
he's impressive, man.
But he's impressive.
Big time.
And Blaze Threat,
Blaze.
the point guard that they brought in from the D2 school in Colorado is looking really good. KJ has improved a lot.
Well, you know, my most impressed player that I saw tonight, of course, two, he's sitting right there. How good did he look?
Alex looked really good.
And Blaze.
Blaze looked good.
That dude looks awesome, man. I hadn't seen him play before, really.
Uh-huh.
I've been too busy with the football team, as you know. But Two's quickness went like night and day.
Oh, I know.
His footwork is like night and day.
His footwork is way better, and he's also gotten stronger.
He's thick, man. He looks like a beast now.
And I mean, Tomba's not nearly where 2 is, but Tomba's improved a lot. And I mean, I remember the one play right down there.
We got these two guys. Go ahead.
Okay, that play down there where Tomba made the move on 2. Beautiful move. I mean, and 2 made the move on Tomba, sorry.
Yeah.
And
2
beautiful
got back
move.
and got the block.
No, Tomba got back. Tomba
that's what I said. Tomba
hung
got
with
back.
it. I mean, he got beat on the play, but he hung with it and ends up getting the block still.
Yeah.
And last year, too, Tomba wouldn't have been able to do that.
So I talked to Eric here the other day. Me and him visited. And by the way, he's really growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really a fan of the hire of his at first because I thought maybe he was a Randy Ray knockoff, but he's not a Randy Ray knockoff. He's much different than Randy
last
Ray.
year, I'll give you an example. Last year, they were going to go with that high move, fast moving like they did today in practice.
Yeah.
And then when they realized that they didn't have the horses to do it, Randy Ray would have kept trying to plug it along and tried to force everything. No, Eric said, hey, this isn't working. Let's change it. And
By the way,
changed it, and he made it work.
That's the guy that is the heart and soul of this team.
Oh, Steve Verplankton.
You might not think that. Everybody, of course, Dylan Jones. Who Dylan's is sitting right there. So I talked to Dylan, and, he's going to play all 5. All 5 positions. And I says, Dylan, you know what I like at? And he says, I already know what you're going to say, but you already tell me all the time. Point guard. That's where I love him. I love him. But after watching Blaze and watching KJ today, maybe not.
No, I think Dylan will play some point.
Me too.
But we're not going to have to depend on him playing point this year.
Championship
which
game.
Means that he can do like Magic Johnson. See, that's the thing is you gave him the nickname of Magic.
I did.
Because of going up but the thing is Magic, everybody remembers him as a point guard, but people forget that even with that great Lakers team, Magic played all 5 positions.
He did. And so the thing with Dylan, when I've watched Dylan develop, Dylan Jones, Dylan wasn't a superstar. He came to this program late, and he got a little bit of attention when he knocked the referee out. But I got to be friends with him when he was a freshman, and he's worked and developed himself.
Oh, absolutely.
He's not Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard was the phenom from the get, and I knew that. No, he's worked at it, and so he's developed. I changed his name again, by the way. I'm the one that named him one day. I said, I changed your name to Dylan Magic Jones. I told him a couple of years ago when I named him, and he says, God, you're really making my head swell now. And I says, well, I changed it again because he's developed this at the rim thing that reminds me of Adrian Dantley. And he gets the and one call, and he's deadly at it, man. And he's a great free throw shooter. So I call him Dylan Dantley Magic Jones. We're going to get a lot of attention because of Dylan, of course, but there's the other one.
Dyson.
How good
Dyson
is he? Look at that! Look at his scar on him. You know what that's from?
Oh yeah, when he had the liver surgery.
That's a wound, buddy.
Oh, I know.
That looks like that's worse than my open arm. He's looked Well, he looked excellent at the end of the year last year.
Oh, he did, and
How good did he look today?
Oh, he was awesome today.
So he made some big time shots. So the players that I hadn't seen play before, I was impressed. I was impressed. Well, of course, the Serbian. Oh my God,
Marco
Marco.
Saranats. Marco Saranats.
Whoo, that dude
Saranats.
is
Sorry,
good.
Saranats.
But the one
He
I
is
was in
good.
plays with is Blaze.
Oh, Blaze is.
I was like, whoa, whoa. And you know who else
He.
played good today? The Vegas kid.
Oh, Chris Dockery.
Chris
He was
Dockery.
awesome.
He's
Chris was
fast, dude.
awesome.
We haven't got a good look at him because he was hurt last
Mm-hmm.
year. They're going to be so loaded this year.
Oh, I know.
So I'm excited.
I mean, they got guys this year that are going to be redshirt candidates that would start on many of the big sky
So-
teams. Even Louis Jordan is really improved.
He looked good whoa. So I've talked to Eric about this, and I says, look, the thing with Randy Ray that he really screwed, you guys need to be good out of the gate. And the reason you need to be good out of the gate, we can't go in as a 16 and 15. We need to win the Big Sky tournament and go in there as an 11 or 12 seed so we can win a tournament game.
Mm-hmm.
This going in at 15, 16 seed is a nightmare. And
Yep.
that's if we get in. This is the second longest dry cell in Weber State history of not going to the tournament.
That, and I mean, also,
Weber State has been in the tournament 16 times, the NCAA tournament. They had a 10-year spot. This is going to be 9 this year.
well, one of the things too, and I think Eric's going to do better at this than Randy did, and that's through not just the preseason, but through the Big Sky season. He needs. We've got this is the deepest team that we have ever had,
In this building, that's for damn sure.
and he's got to be willing to use to go 10 deep through the whole entire
Well, you
season.
saw what he did today.
Yeah.
He was shuffling and scrambling because he's still trying to figure it out. Because he's got so much talent.
And the thing is Randy. Everybody talked about and it was true. Randy's teams, especially by the end of the year, were so predictable. Yet people that went to a lot of the games says, well, Randy, actually they did change things up and they did do things differently.
Well, I did the play-by-play for
But-
every single time. I know more about that Randy Ray
But
than
he-
anyone.
But the thing is, yeah, he might have changed.
You know what the problem with
schemes,
Randy Ray was?
But when it's using the same combination of players, when you only go 7 deep on your bench,
Yeah.
you only use 7 players. You're
You know what Randy
still
Ray's problem
you're
was?
predictable because you're using the same players. You're
Yeah.
not.
But
and
Randy
the other-
Ray's problem, I'm here to tell you, and I know it more than anybody. Randy Ray didn't want to win in March basketball. He
Oh,
was
I
ready to
agree.
go.
I totally agree
I
with
mean,
you.
he was done. His mind was out of it. These players, I mean, I felt sorry for him, like you said. But, so, what's
Well,
your prediction on this team for this year?
I think they're going to be good, and I think they're going to. See, the thing is already I'm seeing differences.
Well, not
between,
good. What are they going? I mean, we all know they're going to be good. I mean, they're picked. Every sports writer in the country's got them picked number 1 in the Big Sky.
Oh, I think so. I think that's.
Do you think they win the Big Sky and they can win the Big Sky tournament and go
I
to the
sure
tournament?
hope so.
What's your prediction?
I think they will, and I'm going out on a limb for that because you know me. I'm superstitious, and every time I say they're going to win,
Okay,
they always
all right,
lose.
I got it. So I
But
predict.
I still think
Here's my prediction.
they will win the Sky.
My prediction: they win the Big Sky, and they get an NCAA tournament berth at a 13 or a 14 seed, and they win a tournament game for the first time since '99. That's my prediction. They're that good.
think
I
so.
worked for a Bagelin, and I remember sitting there, and you know when I knew that team was so good with the Bagelin in '95. One day I was sitting here at practice, and I was watching, and I was paying attention to Nemhart when he first got here, and I'm
Mhm.
like, you know, when the way they were gelling with Jimmy DeGrafferty and Nemhart, I'm like, oh my God, look at this team. And he played with a small rotation, but then again,
He didn't
those
have the
years-
depth that they have now.
no. But the other thing too with this team is you see how quick they were playing today.
Boom, 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 and he was.
This team's going to be fast. So my prediction, the player, of course, we know what Dylan Jones is. He's all that then some.
Uh-huh.
But Van Planken, we know what he is. Dyson Kohler's going to have a big year. I think Blaze is going to have a big year.
I agree. I
And
think Blaze
two.
is- Yep.
So, and of course, those Serbian cousins, but that Serbian cousin, look out. He's the dark horse.
Marco Saranats.
Marco.
Marco Saranats.
So Marco, we say in Italy, we say bravo, magnifico, Marco.
Bravo,
right.
magnifico, Marco. Si.
That's what I'm calling bravo, magnifico, Marco. So, all right, let's hit it. Stand tuned.